Dad, why don't we get coronavirus?
Because we've got antibodies, haven't we, lad? You're having a giraffe, mate. But welcome to the letter from the soldier's desk. Know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a Monday, albeit a bank holiday Monday, the 25th of May, coming up to payday again. But I am already flush with money as a result of the Phantom of the Opera tickets being refunded to me, and miraculously, a certain Chinese scamming company has also refunded me. So, anyone who want a bank loan, reasonable terms, just let me know. First tale is, my brother-in-law has always had a thing about cars, ancient and modern. One of his passions was for a Sunbeam Talbot. Now, you may not be familiar with the Sunbeam Talbot, but this was the ultimate Sunbeam Talbot in this clip.
Grant and this year's Academy Award winner Grace Kelly, two exciting personalities who were made for each other. And now Alfred Hitchcock brings them into very close contact in this perfect tale of romantic intrigue, filmed on the beautiful French Riviera.
You have a very strong grip, the kind a burglar needs.
Or we shall be forced to shoot!
Oh, the lovely Grace Kelly. I think we'll do a programme on Grace Kelly. The car they're in, that's the two-seater version. My brother-in-law, Richard, had a 1952 four-seater. But unfortunately, it failed its MOT. I can't believe this. Back in 1975. And he sold it for £75. Oh, good on him. But it went to a very good home. Now, I've been searching around for a photograph of the original car, but you can imagine it was a very sorry green car. It had its best years, but this is now the same car. It's for sale for £35,000 from a man in Essex. So get your bids in. Apparently, he spent about £55,000. It is absolutely mint, out of the showroom condition. Unbelievable. But, yeah, I always quite liked it. It was quite a sleek-looking car for its age, for the 1950s. That's a Sunbeam Talbot, and it was a 90 coupe. I have a bread update, and I have to hold my hand up. My original supposition, for those who haven't already caught up with this, is that thin bread is merely medium bread wrapped up with a label saying medium. And what they did was move all the breads up. No. Starting with Super Toasty first, what to look for is the weight, 57.8. Then comes Toasty at 47.5. Then medium at 40.3. And finally, thin. I never believed it, but at 32.5. Well, I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm beaten, but I've never seen it on sale, and I've yet to hear back from Warburton's, but I've discovered this with the vagaries of the World Wide Web. So there you are. The conspiracy theory gone out the window. I was watching the first episode of a series about Tommy Cooper last night. Oh, I love Tommy Cooper, just like that. I dreamt I ate a giant marshmallow last night. Woke up, pillow had gone. Yeah. Everyone does Tommy Cooper, but I haven't got a fez. What I do remember is I went to the Palace Theatre with my parents to watch, I presume it was a pantomime, many years. I was the early 60s when Tommy was a really big star. Oh my God. We had a box, next to the stage. Very nice. So anyway, Tommy comes on and said, right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to teach you a trick. So he said, oh, okay, Tommy Cooper's going to teach us a trick. So right, what I want you to do is to get out a handkerchief. So scrubbing around. I'm trying to get a handkerchief off my mum. So he said, are you all ready? And I couldn't go. So I shouted out to him. Said, hang on a minute, I can't find what. So rest assured, Tommy waited until I got my handkerchief. Right, hold up your handkerchiefs. Gonna make me disappear. So, wave your handkerchief. Right, bye-bye. Just turned around and walked off stage. That was it. We'd made Tommy Cooper disappear. There you go. Just like that. Film of the day. It's one of my favourite films. It's on that list of films which, if I catch myself channel hopping onto it, then I'm going to land up watching it. It's Kenneth More in Reach for the Sky.
This is a story of courage. The courage of a man's refusal to accept defeat when defeat seemed inevitable. It is a story we can tell with pride, for it spans the towering, eventful years that we ourselves have known. And yet, it has no end, for courage has no end. From the beginning, success seemed immediate and assured for Douglas Bader. With his tremendous energy and gay good humor, he had a buoyant zest for living. And for him, living meant flying.
What sort of chap is he? What are his interests in life?
Flying and sport. That's about all.
I wonder how he's going to take it when he finds out that he's lost both legs.
You saved my life. You know that, don't you?
Nonsense.
Oh, yes, you did. The others cut me up, but you put me together again.
Well, let's say we fought the battle together. We won it, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Dear Brace.
But for Bader, this was only the first of many battles to be fought and won.
Well, look at the rate I'm going. I'm not going to be much better off for years, so we might as well take a chance on it straight away.
Well, that's the most romantic proposal a girl's ever received.
Good, then that's settled. Now let's have another whack at that golf ball.
His courage never failed him, but still the sky remained beyond his reach until the war gave him the chance to fly again. A chance he seized with such incomparable spirit.
Report to you. Squadron scramble!
Story of true greatness, of a man who reached for the sky and became a legend in his own lifetime.
And there are a couple of scenes on it I just love. The particular scene I like is when he's on the recovery stage after losing his legs. They go out for a cup of tea at a local cafe, and the adventure of how they drive the car there, and the first time he meets his future wife, and she is just lovely. And there's another scene of when he's leaving the hospital and his interaction with the nurse who's been looking after him. It just gets you right there. Love it. Reach for the Sky, Kenneth More. A nurse is outside his room while he's nearly dying after the accident, and she says something, and in that moment he starts his recovery. Do you happen to know what he says? She said. My next story is about somebody else who gets me right in the heart. I was watching out the corner of my eyes, must be 9 years ago, 10 years ago, an episode of Songs of Praise. And the particular episode, and the particular piece of this episode, was about a rescued dog that had been rescued by a soldier out in Afghanistan. Okay. And the dog had eventually come back to England. Unfortunately, its owner, the lad, had been blown up and died, and it revolved around the fact that his parents were still looking after this dog, and it was so it was tragic but so touching. And then after it's all finished, Hayley, the New Zealand singer, comes on and sings this song, which was given words, this song, especially for her. And I make no apology for showing you the recording. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Whispers in a dream, the world is quiet and waiting, and all around the air is still, and sings the angel.
Hayley Westerner. Just absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Hayley. Have you noticed petrol, £1 a litre? This crazy world we live in. Do you remember when you first saw a £1 a litre petrol? I don't mean recently, I mean back in the day. I do. We were on holiday, 2005. I was on holiday in Cornwall with Claire, my daughter, and I think we were listening to the Test Match series, but we came around this corner to be amazed by this tiny little garage in the middle of nowhere in Cornwall, and I thought, cheeky monkeys, £1 a gallon, £1 a litre, you'll never get me paying that. Obviously, it was a bit more than I was used to paying. Probably the price in that time was sort of mid to low 90s or something. But this was a tiny little garage, and it was £1 a litre. Yeah, times run up. 15 years ago, not bad.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Well, that's all, folks. I'm going to love you and leave you. Keep the things coming in. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. And I'm going to... I haven't got my hat with me. I was going to do an impression. Hey, Muskie! Who's that? Hey, Muskie! Because I pulled the hat down. Oh, forget it. Do you remember? Hey, Muskie! And also, I might bring you a true murder story that I was involved in. That's an intriguer. 1979 murder story. I think one of the offenders is now dead, so that's okay. And I think the other fella probably he'd probably been released by now. But I shall tell you a story. True story. Look after yourselves. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. And don't forget, listen to what the pig says.
That's all, folks.